All right, so we're back. We're back writing this song that I'm calling Tiny Things Weighed Down so far. And we'll just pick up where we left off. And I'm gonna play you kind of the kind of what we have so far, and I'm not going to go backwards and play the old melody just to show you. I'm just going to be like, okay, here's the melody, we're moving forward. The words probably still need a little bit of attention, and who knows what the rest of the words will be. We're going to kind of search for those today too. So, but here we go. Okay. How does it go? Here we go. Those days we young in the backseat. If you wanna run next to me. Take me back in time, just you and me. Put your guard down. We're danger now, not sure how. Pulled the wings off, but it didn't die. The ache of knowing you really tried. Tiny things weighed down. All right. So that's what we're working with. It's an idea, and then we've got the chorus. Gonna walk to the light. Gonna walk to the light. Ooh, gonna walk to the light. Oh, gonna walk. Something like that. Okay, so what do I want to work? I think I want to just keep moving forward and keep finding some more lyrics, new things to oh, look, we tied strings around. Okay, so we do have some lyrics, but I'm sensing we're gonna kind of want to create some more, and then I'll go back and I think I'll want to edit the lyrics again, just to kind of get the idea, make sure that we have the idea, make sure we're not kind of being redundant. I'm saying me a couple times in the first verse, rhyming me with me, which is fine in my book, but I think that I might be able to come up with something, additional there rather than saying the same thing twice. We might just be able to deepen by looking at those little spots. So, but what we did in the last session, at the end of the last session, essentially we found this like more simple line structure, which gave us a more simple melody and a more identifiable, solid structural melody, which I like. I think we're gonna go with it. It feels grown up to do that to a song, to not kind of let it wander melodically, and to give it an identity, something that it can be, so that it's not kind of wandering around melodically, aimlessly. And even though there was a kind of a melody, like it goes up here and it goes down here, but let's just make it kind of a structure. Those days we young, na 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 na. Na 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 na. I mean, it's not super strong, but it's an identity now. We'll just say that. Okay, so now we tied strings around our fingers, following the big kids, fishing, but just catching toads. This is not gonna stay here. We walked back after the sun set, shoes wet, eyes down. Now the crickets sing, we don't hear. The wind tries dancing. You don't let it near. Okay, I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this, but this is what we have to do. Forward progress, y'all. So what are we going to do? I like the idea, I was kind of vamping on a memory of this one time that my brother and I went to, we were little. We weren't supposed to be around water without our parents. And, but we went with the kids in the neighborhood, and we went to sorry, I'm just like keep focusing on this microphone. It's like in the middle of the frame, whatever. Here we go. Anyway, so I was just kind of vamping on this little memory, but I want to maybe take it. I like we walked back after the sunset. I like that line. But what else is in there? Nothing really. It's all kind of, we tied strings around our fingers, following, it's like, it's details of our memory, but of my memory of our moment. But what I really like is we walked back after the sun. That could apply to anyone, and so I want to kind of broaden the idea out. Losing innocence happens to literally all of us. It happens to everyone, unless you're blessed with some, like mental incapacity to grow up, to actually like inhabit the adult world, which, I think a lot of people would not see it as a blessing. I think there are some people blessed to experience themselves as children throughout their lives. I mean, it's frustrating to be a child too, but there's also just a lot of awe and joy in not growing up. So anyway, side note. But most of us lose our innocence along the way. And right, so gonna walk on to. So we have to kind of think of find a hook too, or a chorus section about losing innocence. So I'm just gonna keep going here. I'm gonna write ideas on the left side, and then I'm gonna edit them on the right. Okay. I'm going to say, what happens when you lose your innocence? So you swam in rivers. Okay, swimming in rivers. Tiny things weighed down. Tiny things weighed down. What did we say last time about like blooming and upward sort of things that grow upward versus growing downward? It's like tiny things weighed down. And then okay. We walk till the sun sets. Maybe like that. And we walk till the sun sets. And we walk till the sun sets. And we walk till the sun sets. And we walk. I don't like and we walk, but gonna walk. We walk till the sun sets. It's all right. All right, I need to move this so that I can pilfer more writing. Pilfer yourself. sounds not innocent. Okay, don't act like you're my mouse. It's no wonder it's a lonely place. Lonely. But how do you say lonely without being like, it's a lonely place? It's just like, what, when you're lonely, I've been there so many times in my life. My life is, I'm a lone wolf in some ways. So I don't really ever feel lonely. You know what I mean? Although I am in love with my best friend and he's been in my life for a long time now. I don't want to talk about it. I would be very lonely if he wasn't here. Okay. But also I'm like, I gotta go be by myself a lot. Okay. What are things that you do when you're lonely? It's like I'm watching the sun. I'm watching the sunset. I'm driving into the sun. I'm watching the sunset, or I'm sitting there. The wind is blowing my hair in my face, kind of like, and the golden sun sinks down, or just kind of trying to build imagery here. Lonely things. Also, things that make you be lonely are experiencing the weight of your decisions about kind of cleaving yourself from other people, which I think, the heartache of having difficult emotional reality or difficult like relational reality is you end up cleaving yourself off from other people because you're kind of like very protective of yourself. Like, you don't want anyone to leave you because you're so you're so difficult, and so you end up just kind of leaving people first or cleaving yourself in some way off. So then it's like, fine, it's like active lonesomeness. It's like willing to be lonely, to spare everybody any heartache. And what does that look like? The weight of your own decisions or the weight of your own circumstances, your choices coming upon you. So fences, and like okay, we're danger now. Not sure. I don't like that word deadly. We're deadly now. Not sure how. Pulled the wings off, but it didn't die. That's unfortunately. I like that line. We're deadly now. Just not sure why. Pulled the wings off, but it didn't die. We're saying we're deadly, but then we did something that didn't actually kill it. Deadly. I don't know. Maybe deadly doesn't always mean that you're it's actually like ending life. It's maybe more like ending like a certain reality. The reality of flight. Ending flight. Okay, so this is like just a sad song about losing innocence. And I want it to kind of keep that like, imagery around innocence. So and like, right, kind of our relationship then. Okay, it's like little. I'm picturing us like as heights. Like I'm like this big. He's like this big. So what? I'm standing next to you. Standing there. I'm gonna say that. Standing there. Standing there. Looking up. Looking up. Standing there. I'm looking up. Catch your eye. Catch your eye. Yeah. Yeah. I have a very vivid memory when we were both very little of a moment of innocence lost where I had done something that he was ashamed of, and I was not, but he was, and I just felt his shame. In that moment, I was like, oh, interesting. Huh, he thinks that's shameful. I didn't. I was just like, nah, fuck it. I was like 5. I mean, it probably impacted my entire life, but whatever. Not big deal. All right. Standing there, looking up, try to catch your eye, but you won't, but you won't look. Okay, standing there. I'm saying standing. I'm not loving any of this. That's why I'm kind of having a hard time. Like, oh, and saying out loud what the line is. It's like I'm not sold on any of this, but I'm writing it anyway. It's like that's the practice this year with the channel. I'm just trying to put it all on display, and it's uncomfortable. Okay, but I want to get better, and I want to know why things where I get stuck and what's difficult. Part of this is like I have not been writing. It'd be nice if I just had words, but a lot of times I just come in and I sing for the words. So maybe I'll try that. Those days were young in the backseat. If you wanna run. Okay, I want to fix this. Those days were young in the backseat. Do you want to run? Did you want to run? Did you want to run? No place to be. Those days were young in the backseat. Did you wanna run? No place to be. Take me back in time, just you and me. Put your guard down. We're deadly now. Not sure why. Pulled the wings off, but it didn't die. The ache of knowing that you really tried. Tiny things weigh down. That's why you gotta fucking mumble it. And you always come up with it. Hold out. Hold out. Oh, I like that. Hold out. See? Look at this. Hold out your hand. Damn. Because we're both holding out right now. We're both like, not me. I'm not going to fucking be the one to say sorry. I'm not going to be the one that calls. Not me holding out. Oh, it's funny. I hope you're watching this. Okay? I mean, you're my brother. I love you so much. And I don't know. It's just hard being human. And we grew up with a lot of like hardship. And it doesn't matter if you think so or not. Because you can tell by how fucking tough we both are in ourselves and to ourselves. The type of speech that we have to ourselves. It's not nice. And it's actually, we learned it. Okay? All right. So here we go. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out your hand. Should I can see it, I can see it. Oh God, he was so innocent. Just such a good, like, little boy. Just so sweet. Just such a good little boy. I remember. He was so innocent. Oh my God. So, like, I don't know. My mom was a bully. My mom, look, I love my mother, but she was just like, ran a tight fucking ship, you know? And just like, do this, stand there, do that. You know, be like this. And she's all fucking smiles now. It's like, and I'm not saying this like I know I keep like calling everything out, but that's just a part of it. It's just part of like being able to process things in your life. I'm not blaming anybody for anything. And part of it, you know, part of like processing through things is just being like, this was my experience of things. This was my experience. And it in my worldview, I asked for it to be that way. I wanted to learn how to treat myself and how to be on my own side, even when, you know, I didn't feel supported from, you know, the outside. I wanted those lessons. I want this understanding. So I'm here. I was into this family because that's what's going to give me what I want in my spirit, in my soul. I want to understand adversity in relationships and how to mend myself so that I can have great relationships. And it's a lifelong process. It's a lifelong journey. And yeah, so okay, I see you there, but it's almost like I want to share like how he took his role as my brother, as my older brother in his young life. I mean, he was like so sincere. And so how can you characterize sincerity in a little boy, like. Um, that's my stomach. I ate chicken soup, okay, and bread. Okay, the sincerity. What would he do? He would, he would like cross the street with me. He was my protector. He would protect me, and those days we young in the backseat. If you walk, did you wanna run? Nowhere to be. Take me back in time, just you and me. Put your guard down. We're deadly now, not sure why. We're deadly now, not sure why. Pull the wings off, it didn't die. The ache of knowing you really tried. Tiny things weighed down. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. You took it. Oh, interesting. You took it all. I see you there. You took it all. I see you there. Fire eyes. Took it all. I see you there. Looking Were you scared? Oh, did you want to run? You took it all. I see you there. Looking up. Were you scared? I gotta say more here because I'm remembering. this may be controversial. I'm remembering, my mom and my brother had a strange relationship. I was always kind of watching. I was a witness, and my mom was just frustrated a lot with my brother, and my brother was like frustrated too, or just kind of scared and just not really understanding what his responsibility was when he was very little. Then, but by the time he was like 5, 6, he took his role very seriously. Yes, he's my older brother. He needs to be responsible. So I'm imagining, it was usually not me on the end of like the wrath. Well, a couple times I definitely was, as I got older. Yeah, but my brother, I just remember that a lot. Maybe, yeah, just because he was older and he was, I definitely have this in me where, with my dogs, for instance, my first dog that I had, I taught, I would teach him something, and then I would expect him forever to know it, and he would get in trouble when he didn't do it. Almost like, I would just expect him to now just like hold that responsibility. Now this command, so now do it all the time, kind of expectation. So I know that feeling of just, you probably, as a parent, you probably told your kid 1,000 times, change your underwear, and when they don't do it, they're just like, you should have changed your underwear, whatever, whatever the thing is. But I think, any great shepherd, any great teacher is fine teaching something over and over again. And they're patient with themselves to a point, that they're gonna allow themselves to learn the lesson over and over again, and not berate themselves that they haven't learned it yet. And that's, great, parenting and great leadership is something that's like, well, you just expect that that things take a long time to kind of become a part of us, to actually learn, to embody. And so, yeah, that wasn't really shown to us through our, my mom's parenting style. She was kind of like, and now you should know it, and why don't you know it? And I've been that way too. It's like, well, this is your responsibility. You have to know this now. And it's like, I don't know. It just takes us a long time to learn things. And the more patience that we experience in our path of learning, the just more deeply it goes in. It actually gets learned within us, rather than like being learned as something that we have to do by rote, or something being trained. And so many things are just I'm doing a lot of talking, you guys. Oh God. Put your guard down. Okay. Great. Now, boom. Okay. Yep. Here we go. So, all that to say, this is like such a slog, you guys. Such a slog, right? Sometimes this is just it. I mean, I should just sing more and talk less. Those days we hung in the backseat. Did you wanna run? No place to be. Take me back in time. Just you and me. Put your guard down. We're deadly stars come out. When the stars come out. When the stars come out. When the stars came out, we were all alone. You. Okay, I still like it. When the crickets sing, when the crickets sing. Okay. When the crickets sing. Cool night. When the crickets sing. Cool night, and the stars come out. When the crickets sing. Oops. In the cool of night, in the cool of night. And the stars come out. Still not saying very much, okay, but I gotta move forward, so yeah, I'm just gonna write it. When the crickets sing in the cool of night, and the stars come out. Did you want to run? Nowhere to be. Fix that. Here we go. We got this, you guys. We got it. You guys. We got it. There we go. Oh, shit. All right. Here we go. Yes. Okay. Did you wanna run? D-I-D. Did you wanna run? Nowhere to be. To be. No place to be? Maybe so. Maybe no place to be. But I don't know. So, okay. And then with the crickets. When the crickets sing in the cool of night and the stars came out. What about it? I mean, I'm remembering growing up in the Central Valley, Lockford, just like what it felt like but what? Still, it's like not very much. Not very many moments of innocence lost, but it sure was lost. Oh, yeah. I mean, I just remember, sometimes just being scared, feeling like, oh, God, anxious. A lot of anxiety. a lot of like, oh, are we in trouble? Stars come out. You didn't cry. I'm just gonna write it. I'm writing it. Okay, like you held your badge. I don't know. When the crickets sang in the cool of night, and the stars came out, you didn't cry. You held your badge up. Your badge up to the sky. I mean, we're saying stuff. It's like more what the emotion is behind it. Honestly, you know, who knows if anyone would know what the song is. Probably nobody's gonna know what the song is about. You know, which is like, I don't know. It's good and bad. I feel like sometimes those songwriter songs like this kind of can be just, well, you know, it's not a concise song that would be radio played, but maybe there's emotion behind the song, the words, because they're not really telling a linear story. They're more like, it's like an intuitive way of conveying emotion. I don't know, you tell me. Like, is that, how would you rather, you know, experience a song? I feel like I get a lot from both sides. So oh, that's my lights going, that's why. Suddenly looking fucking ancient. Don't worry, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk to the light. Okay. And then here we go. You guys, time things way down. Oh God. We got this, you guys. We got it. Nobody panic. Just calm down. Okay? And look alive. Okay. She's back. Night of the living alive. All right. God. Yeah, that's what that's lighting, folks. Okay? Smoke and mirrors. All right, here we go. All right, here we go, you guys. She's back. Oh, God. All right, whispering telephone. Planting seeds for a feeling you can't name. Another way to say goodbye. Your sister sent a message through us. You're one of us. Okay, I don't know. When the crickets sang in the cool of night, and the stars came out, you didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. It's like a sacrifice. Like the whipping post Oh God. Sacrifice. You could lay your life down. You could lay your life down. I don't know, man. Wow. Just imagining, all this. It's like there's a lot of ways or reasons that I could kind of leave the dynamic that my family presents, and go off and sort of like choose to take a different route that wasn't, in the muck and the mire of the dynamic. And I guess I feel like I make a choice, it's like I'm gonna make this choice to save myself. And my brother's always been like, you have a duty here. And I'm like, that's you put that on yourself, you take that role on, and you agree to it. I think there's like a lot of agreement to the roles that we play in life, but also I'm like, man, maybe he really saved me in a lot of ways by kind of taking the brunt of that role, in our family, whatever it is, the caretaker, the one who kind of is in charge of holding the stuff, for everybody. Interesting. Well, thanks, Jay. I know there's a lot of things that like we don't talk about. You probably fucking shut this off a while ago. Because I think we have different ways of looking at our dynamic and ourselves and our reality and our relationships too. No judgment there. It's just hard to be a human. It's hard to have relationships and take care of them. Okay? When the crickets sing in the cool of night and the stars came out, you didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. Can't lay your life down. You would lay your life down. You would lay your life down. There's my partner. He's gonna come in. Hi. I'm recording. Soup's ready. And the crickets sang in the cool of night, and the stars came out. You didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. You would lay your life down. Okay. And we're one, two. All right. I'm gonna move back a little bit. Another way to say goodbye. No, okay, I can see you there. Here we go. Those days were young, in the backseat. Did you wanna run? Nowhere to be. Take me back in time, just you and me. Put your guard down. We're dead now, not sure why. Pulled the wings off, it didn't die. The ache of knowing you really tried. Tiny things when you're down. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out. The crickets sang in the cool of night, and the stars came out. You didn't cry. Stars came out. You didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. You would lay your life down. Okay, that one's got to go into the chorus. That one's like, it's got to be when the crickets sang. Okay, we're deadly now. The crickets sang in the cool of night. The stars came out. You didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. Oh my gosh. How am I going to post this? How am I going to post this on the internet? Well, fucking lay it all out, you know? Fucking come at me, bro. I have nothing to hide. You know? It's just like, I don't know. It's all just perspective. Okay? The sun, sharp angles. No. I need after a day. We began to wonder if it would stay this way, if things were going to return the way they were. Trouble is, I'm still on this. You look at me from across the room. Huh. Oh God. Somebody says. It's like ASMR songwriter style. Ow, okay, I can't believe it. Damn. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Bent over and retching. My stomach is a third coast hurricane. Reality is sharp pain. A bird in the rain. How the sun is always going down, even when it's rising. Just shut up and take it. Everyone is hurting, and nobody gets that special place. The universe is bursting with every sad thing, a strange kind of solidarity, where you can't hurt more or less than someone else. A futuristic glow, a halo, pixelated, a trillion raindrops, digital, sweating from under your arms, behind your heart, and other places the sun don't shine. If you believe you have a heart, then you know it. The strange, sad way it can take you over. What else could that feeling be coming from? Where else can you feel where else can you build a fat dam, wall up your entire lifespan and call it something? Just wrote that the other day. I like it. I haven't read it. If there's a place we'll meet and the sun goes quiet in the evening sky. We're deadly, but don't know how. All we know is that if you're around us too long, we'll kill you. Throwing rocks at inanimate things. Okay. Building pies out of mud, letting everyone know where you're gonna be if it's over an hour. Frogs and lizards, and one time a mouse. Tunnels for water pipes and running through as a gang. Try to intervene, save you from yourself, but the only way is to blow it up. Are you ashamed at how you fit right in? So you do what you can to keep it cool. What happened to your shield? I like some of that. Throwing rocks at inanimate things. My stomach. Letting everyone know where you're going to frogs and lizards. One time a mouse. Tunnels. Okay. It wasn't just then. As we got older, we moved, and yeah, he was still my protector. Oh man. I remember one time, oh man. Yeah, see, I'm a horrible person. One time, my brother played baseball, and we were supposed to be doing sharing about our weekend or something, and I was just like sharing about my weekend, and then my brother walked by on his way to his classroom, and I like cracked a joke about him that he like didn't strike anyone out or something like that. And then I just meant to hurt his feelings. I just meant to be mean. And then I felt terrible about it. And then I told him about it. I don't even know if he knew that I had actually said that until after I told him. And I got in trouble when we got home because I fucking told him myself too. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just got to be an asshole and figure out that it feels terrible. How else are you going to learn? So long. It's like, I'm just going to post these. Okay? Here we go. So, we're throwing rocks to the sky. Sky. You're throwing rocks. You're throwing rocks. You're throwing rocks. Oops. You're throwing rocks. And hit. Oh gosh. Okay, I remember this vividly. My brother was hanging out with a group of boys. He was probably like 8 or 9, maybe 9, 8, 7, maybe 8 or 9. And all the boys were like, "Oh, let's kill this rabbit. Let's throw a rock at this rabbit and we'll kill it." And my brother threw a rock and he killed the rabbit. and then he cried about it. He was so sad, and all the boys made fun of him. And he was just like, I killed this rabbit. Damn. You're throwing rocks. Throwing rocks. Okay. Okay. You're throwing things. You're throwing things. You're throwing rocks. Okay. Something like you're throwing rocks. try to kill. To try to kill. I don't know. Your aim was on. You took it. You're throwing rocks. See what hits. Your aim was on. Don't kill. Time to kill. You throwing rocks. See what hits. Your aim was on. Time to kill. Alive. If you took. Okay. You're throwing rocks. See what hits. Your aim was on. Time to kill. The life you took heavy. Heavy in your hands. Oh my God. In your hands. Tiny things weighed down. Tiny things. I'm just gonna write it. Things weighed down. Okay. The crickets sang in the cool night. Sang. Cool night, the stars came out. You didn't cry. Okay, so I love these together. I just don't like you would lay your life down. I'm glad that we got to that verse. You know, it's not really about that anymore. You know, my brother kind of sticking up for, he didn't really protect me in that way. He wasn't like taking a beating or something. And my parents weren't like that. It wasn't that kind of abuse. It was not abusive like that. It was like emotional. It was like frustration and just chaos, you know, emotional kind of chaos. And he took the brunt of that. But it wasn't like he was saving me from it. It was like that was his role. His role between him and my mother was just frustrating, more so than my mother and myself. And, you know, but I watched it all and I kind of felt like I'm glad it's not happening to me, you know, in that sense. And so in that sense, he did save me from that. He was the one who kind of like took that between us. Between the two of us, he had the lion's share of that. So, but, you know, getting to this verse about the cricket singing, the cool of night, and blah, 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 all this is like, this is how you get to what it is you're trying to say, which is, you know, now it's not going to be about that because we have to come up with a final line. When the crickets sang in the cool of night and the stars came out, you didn't cry, you held your badge up to the sky. Put your guard down. Oh, tiny things weighed down. Okay, because I'm using tiny things weighed down. Maybe I don't like using that line there because it's okay. You guys don't. I'm not being very clear here. I'm just trying to sort through it. How do I say it all in real time? Okay, so here's the second and the third and fourth verse. This is after our first chorus. Okay. You're throwing rocks, see what hits. Your aim was on, time to kill the life you took, heaven in your hands, and you got them. Okay? When the crickets sang in the cool of night and the stars came out, you didn't cry, you held your badge up to the sky. Okay, so we're missing both those final taglines, something down. The first two verses have put your guard down and tiny things weighed down. And then you're throwing rocks to see what hits. Your aim is on. I don't love your aim is on, time to kill. The life you took, heavy in your hands. That needs a little work. I love the whole imagery of it. I love the idea behind it. So what's great about that is, like, even though the words aren't precisely on right now, we'll fix that. I'm just going to keep talking instead of actually doing the work. Okay? So my favorite part is actually talking about doing the work, and then doing the work is like C minus how much I love it. Okay, because it's a slog, y'all. A slog. When the crickets sang. So I like those two going together back to back. You're throwing rocks. This whole thing happened like about holding a life you killed in your hands. And then when the stars came out, you didn't cry. You held your badge up. You took on that role as, someone who can do that, who can take a life. And my brother is a hunter now. He hunts. His kids hunt. I just remember that vividly being really effectual in his life. Something that he was just like, I don't know. Was he built for that? Was he built for that, or did he have to take that on? Because that was like the energy of our household. It was like kill or be killed kind of. Interesting. So let's see. You're throwing rocks to see what hits. Your aim was on something that the life you took, heavy in your hands. You're throwing rocks. You're throwing rocks. See what hits. Your aim is on. Time to kill. Your aim is on. I'm going to say, this is in the present tense. Let's say is on. Is. You're throwing rocks. See what hits. Your aim is on. Time to kill the life you took, heavy. Take. Hits. Rocks. Throwing. You're throwing rocks to see what hits. Your aim is on. Time to kill the life you take, heavy in your hands. The life you take, I'm going to say, right? A-K-E. Take. Take. Heavy in your hands. I don't like tiny things laid down, even though it does fit. It does go here. This would be, goes with the theme. But we're going to say something else with that last line. It's going to be so poignant. So good. It's going to be like, how did they do it? All right. We're just going to sing it. We're going to sing it, and that's how it's going to come out, okay? This has already happened countless times in reality. I don't know why I just don't just mumble, sing, everything. Let's start. I'm going to start it from the top. Those days were young in the backseat. Did you wanna run not sure why I pulled the wings up. It didn't die. The ache of knowing you really tried. Tiny things weighed down. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out. You're throwing rocks to see what hits. Your aim is on. Time to kill the life you take heavy in your hands. Holding lost something. When the crickets sang in the cool of night and the stars came out, you didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. All the way down, all the down. We gotta heavy things, tiny things weighed down. Hold out. So, also, the prompt for this week. So we're building this song. The reason that the verse and the chorus sound so similar is because we're building them like this so that we can put in a pre-chorus that calls back to this hold out your hand, or helps it like move in a new way. So we're building these two parts that are pretty similar because we're going to put something in there that makes it a little bit more dynamic. We're going to put in a pre-chorus before this chorus, but we're going to go back and revise it in. So we're kind of building this structure here to be very similar on purpose. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So we just need those two kind of last little lines. Okay. Oh, I like you're throwing rocks to see what hits. Your aim is on. I don't love time to kill. That's like, I don't love that line. Like the life you take heavy in your hands. I love that. See what hits. Your aim is on. It bit kit dit lit mit knit pit of your stomach ick thick sick to your stomach. Hits your aim is on. Can't believe it, the life you take heavy in your hands. Okay, hits. See what hits hands, right? Those are what we're rhyming. Interesting. You're throwing rocks to see what hits rock. Take. I mean, these are not good rhymes. But come at me, bro. I will write all kinds of wrong rhymes because I do what I want. Sometimes anymore, I've said this before, but sometimes I'll go back and be like, maybe there's a better word that rhymes better, but I like just not finding the rhyme. I like kind of shucking the rhyme and going like, well, what do I mean here? Or what feels like it? What is the better image always? I don't know. I guess I think I've always written like that. I haven't really paid much attention to rhyme. I was talking to a friend today, and I think and I went to a songwriting workshop this weekend, and I think so many of us are taught to rhyme, and we're taught what that is, and it feels, a perfect rhyme feels really satisfying and satisfactory. So we tend to go that way because we've been taught it, and those rhymes, they sound so good together that it's hard not to think like that. But for whatever reason, I don't know, I just didn't build that in. Luckily, because I can, I feel like I come on lots of other ways of saying things because I'm not looking for a perfect rhyme. But it also, I think, can lend itself to, songs that don't feel altogether structured correctly, or structured, in a satisfying way. Some are, some aren't. You're throwing rocks, see what hits. Your aim is on the kicks. The life you take heavy in your hands. And all the lives worn down. I don't love it, but it's cool. It's a different idea. I mean, do you know that at 8, all the lives worn down? Maybe your own feels worn down to a certain point, to a certain extent. Okay, when the crickets sang in the cool of night, the stars came out. You didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. Can't break your stride now. I just wrote, can't break your stride. Can't break your stride now. I saw that written here, break stride to be together. So can't break your stride now. That's the only one that doesn't say down. Can't break your stride now. Is this really coming together as something? I mean, it feels a little wayward. This entire thing feels very ethereal. It's not like really, there's not really a strong message. There's not really a strong structure. At least we have the melodic structure, I think, is pretty good. I'm really appreciating it. Let's try it. Let's try it from the top. So here we go. We got this, you guys. We got this. I'm gonna look at the camera. Here we go. Those days we young in the backseat, did you wanna run with no place to be? Take me back in time, just you and me. Put your guard down. We're deadly now, not sure why we pulled the wings off. It didn't die, the ache of knowing you really tried. All the things weighed down, tiny things. Hold out your hand. didn't cry. You held your badge up to the sky. Can't break your stride now. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. Hold out, hold out, hold out. Okay. Alright. That's cool. Alright, I think I'm going to stop there for now. I mean, these sessions are long. They're long. They're boring. They're unscripted. But let's see. I'll see you guys tomorrow or the next day. Okay? For the rest of this. Thank you for being here. Like it. Subscribe. Not one of you made it this far, but if you did, I love you for it. Thank you. Thank you. It feels like you're in the room with me, whoever you are. Okay, bye.